Alright, welcome to Personnel Management. This will be our 3 weeks online course that will satisfy one of the requirements for the IT and Technology Director certification. My name is Bruce, and it is great to have you with us as we talk about this topic over the next 3 weeks. Here are several different ways to contact me, whether that's via phone, email, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever that happens to be. You can contact me via, even if it's outside the parameters of this course. If you have a question, feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to help you, whether it relates to something for the certification, your project, class assignment, or a course that you need to take, or if it's something a little bit outside that and you just say, this is what I'm dealing with at work. Do you have any advice? How should I handle this? If it kind of falls in that situation, feel free to holler at me as well. And if I can give you some good advice, we both better off, and hopefully don't have as many scars as what we could have. Alright, so let's real quickly talk about our online course. If you'll go to elearn.tcea.org in your browser of choice, preferably not IE, but one of the other browsers. I notice IE has a little issue that seems not want to play with our Moodle instance correctly. I'm not sure if that's our end or theirs, but anyway, when you go to elearn.tcea.org, then just log in with your email address and the password that's shown here, password 01. Make sure on Word you use the asterisk instead of O. Password 01. I believe it will prompt you to create a new password, something that you can actually remember that's more relevant to you. But we'll take a look at what you'll see when you get to the Moodle site in just a moment. There'll be a variety of topics that we'll cover. This first week we'll start and we'll talk about leadership characteristics, staffing, and employee handbooks. Week 2 we'll start talking about job posting, the interviewing and hiring process, when you start documenting whether it's problems or successes, and if you have to go to progressive discipline, kind of what's involved with that. And then we'll close with week 3, a little bit more positive or more fun topic on team building. Course timeline, we began with the Google Hangout, at least we tried to, and that will be our introduction. If you didn't join the Google Hangout, if you could just real quickly create a video, doesn't have to be professionally made by any means, but just maybe a 3 to 5 minute video, who you are, where you work, and what you do where you work. Throw that up on YouTube, Dropbox, Google Drive, wherever it happens to be, and then share that link in our Moodle. That would be great. A great way for you to introduce yourself if you weren't able to attend the Hangout. Our course will go 3 weeks, starting today, Thursday, and going through Wednesday each week. So Thursday to Wednesday will be our starting and ending time. So today starts week 1, Thursday. Next Thursday, week 2 will start, and I will drop in what the assignment for week 2 so you can see that, and we'll go continue as such. If you would be cognizant of everybody's time and complete your assignments during the week they're assigned, that will make it much more meaningful, not just for you, but also for others in our class. So as we're having a discussion or we're posting our feedback about what we think about a particular article or particular experience that we bring to the table, if we do it during that same week, then there will be a lot more richer, better, robust discussion. If it's week 3 and you're going in and posting something for week 1, it may be that nobody's taking a look at it because it's kind of water under the bridge at that point. So just to keep our conversations current and our thoughts kind of focused, if you will make every effort that you can to complete the assignments during the week that they are assigned. All right, there are a variety of ways that you can contact me if you need help. You can contact me via email at bellis@tcea.org. There's an 800 office number that you can call at any time. If I'm not here, of course, just ask for me. If I'm not here, then you can call my cell number. A lot of times if I'm not here, then I'm out doing training at another district, and it may be a little bit hard to get voicemail that you leave at this phone. Definitely if I'm in the house, it's a free way to call. But if you need to call my cell number, that's not a problem. That is 903-340-7419. If I'm happen to do training, then I won't be able to answer your call at the moment, but just leave me a voicemail and I'll get back with you as quickly as possible. In our course, we also have another way that you can ask the question, and this would be a way for me to answer as well as somebody else in the class. So if it's not something that is specifically for me to answer, then somebody else might jump in and give you the answer that you're needing. And I'll show you exactly where that is in our Moodle instance. All right, let's take a look at our Moodle course, and we'll kind of walk you through that real quickly, and then we'll get started. All right, so here we are, and I've gone to elearn.tcea.org, and this is the page that you'll see when you go there. Up in the top right-hand corner, there'll be a little login link. Click on that link and put in your username, which will be your email address. For the password, remember it's password01, and the O in word on password is going to be the asterisk. So once you enter your username and password, click the login link. You'll see your list of courses that you happen to be enrolled in right here. If not, you can just click on My Courses on the left-hand side, and that will show your list. Right now you're in Personnel Management, but depending on your certification and where you are, it may be that you're also soon to be in or currently also in another class such as Budget and Finance, or possibly engaging in effective professional development. So, but for this class, we'll take a look at Personnel Management. So we'll click on that link, and that will take us into that course. Try to make everything very linear and concrete to make it as easy as possible for you to jump in, get what you need to do what you need to do, and then jump back out and get on with life, at least as much as possible. Let me go through this kind of the outline of the page here, and we'll go through the welcome and overview down this middle hand side and walk you through that real quickly, and then I'll let you go, and so you can get started on your work for this week. After just a real quick overview, just a description of the class, there are 12 books that I have found to be helpful that I've read in my journey as being a director of instructional technology. I was director of instructional technology for 5 years in Dallas ISD. So I directly had reporting to me 15 people, direct reports at one time, and serviced and trained 10,000 teachers and oversaw the Tech Apps curriculum for 140,000 plus students. So it's quite busy. Needless to say, you can imagine that there are many times where personnel issues are going to come up that I had to learn to deal with. These were some of the books that I read that I found very helpful, and you can find them a variety of places. Been out for a while, so you might can find them at either online at Amazon and get them discounted, or at half-price books. If you couldn't get all 12, which I don't expect you to do that, you might want to say, okay, what would be, if I just had 1 or 2 books, what would they be? Well, if you're going to be managing people, I would definitely say Dismissal Doesn't Have to Be Difficult. Excellent book, very, very practical, easy read, one that you'll take a look at multiple times just to kind of say, okay, now what did he say? How do I do that? That type of thing. The author, Chet Elder, I believe used to be a president of a teacher union up in the Northeast. So his whole duty was helping teachers figure out where the loopholes were and maintain their job even if they weren't effective teachers. Once he retired from that, he stepped across the line and said, hey, I've done that for so many years. Now let me help on the education side. Let me help you understand how you need to document. So you close up those loopholes and you help those teachers who aren't being effective find that they want to be someplace else than your district. And he does it in a very, very positive way. He really does talk about there's a place for firing, but it's a very respectful process that you go through. So even if you're not dealing with teachers, but you're dealing with employees, whether it's in education or even outside of education, excellent book to read. Another book, if I had to say a second book, would be It's Okay to Be the Boss. As we talk about true colors, which you'll learn about your predominant color, your personality type, those characteristics that are kind of innate in you, whether even when you don't try to display them, they come out, and how those play out in being a manager or a leader. There are some colors that lend themselves to being managers, other colors that don't necessarily have that as their top role. this book will help with either side. Very practical, step-by-step, excellent read, easy read, so I highly recommend it if you're in a manager position. Alright, so that just a couple of books that I would highly recommend to you. On the right hand side, as you jump in your Moodle coursework, you'll see that there are tweets list. There's a Twitter feed, and as you can see there, the link, those tweets will hit a variety of topics, some using hashtags such as personnel, management, HR, or IT, some just using regular words like technology. So it'll be a variety of tweets that are in there, but I think it will pull fairly consistent lists of some things that might be relevant to you. I did use the filter for links, so they all should have a link. Some of them may have either referencing a document, a handout, a website, something like that that's very relevant to a manager or somebody that's working with personnel. So I thought it might be a good resource for you to go beyond the scope of our class and find some things that you can bookmark and retain for your future job or possibly for your current job. Alright, going on down, we have just a real quick video telling about my background. Real exciting. Student introductions. So if you did not have a chance to attend our Google Hangout, if you'll jump in just using a webcam, very low-key video, 3 to 5 minutes at max. Who you are, where you work, what do you do? Then just kind of let everybody get to know you a little bit better. Throw that up in a Google Drive, Dropbox, YouTube, wherever that happens to be, and then share the link with everybody here in the student introductions. Going on down, there's that course Q&A forum that I referenced earlier. So if you happen to have a question, need clarification, or you have something that came up that you thought, oh, this is really interesting, it kind of relates to what we're talking about, somewhere in the realms of personnel management, jump in here and add it to our Q&A forum, and it'll be another way that we can share out. I'll put a link to a copy of this video here instead of the actual Google Hangout, since that video didn't work quite as intended. But if we go on down, you'll see it'll have week 1 next Thursday, week 2 will appear, and then the following Thursday, week 3 will appear underneath that. But for each week, I've tried to make it very, very linear. Here's where you go, here's what you do. So for this first one, you'll take the True Colors test. If you want to print this page off, it may be easier for you, but then kind of find out which color is your predominant color, orange, blue, gold, or green. And then there are two, there's an assignment where you can actually get some feedback after you think about that. There are 2 documents for you to take a look at, and those will actually start focusing in on, okay, that's what your personality or characteristics, character traits are. How exactly does that lead into supporting leadership or building a staff around you? What are some colors that you want around you to help you become a better leader? Anyway, and there are 3 questions there. So after you look at those 2 documents, after doing the color test, then just click on reply and answer those 3 colors and kind of share your experience. What's your primary color based on the True Color test? What characteristics of your personality or leadership style would be an asset to you as an IT or technology director, and why would that be? And then also, what do you need to keep in mind knowing that you have a staff of different colors that you may be managing to help you be a better, more effective IT director? So you can see that assignment has information there and a way to interact or to reflect or respond. Same thing with IT technology staffing. We'll talk about some staffing ratios, templates, protocols, that type of thing, and then give you a chance to respond. Employee handbook, give you some templates, samples, some ideas, talk about the benefits of an employee handbook, and then give you a chance to respond. And then we'll close with a getting ready for next week. Just kind of here's what we're going to be talking about next week. This one, for this one, I actually have a humorous video that talks about interviewing. So once you get down to that point, if you want to watch that video, have a good laugh. Then next week, week 2 will appear, and we'll actually start jumping into the interviewing, hiring process, and all that's entailed with that. All right, that is it in a nutshell. So it is great to have you in our online course. Look forward to working with you online. If you have any questions, again, feel free to contact me. You can use the course Q&A form where it says welcome from the instructor. I'll make sure that I put my information in there as well, so you can also jump there and get some easy ways to contact me. All right, great, and it's good to have you with us as we go through this course, and I look forward to getting to know you better and to helping you become even better at what you already do. All right, thanks.